Hello, hello, you guys. What is up? What is going on? If you would turn your cameras on, I'd love to see your beautiful faces. You can drop in the comments, where are you guys coming from? I am really excited about this call today. This is probably my favorite call just because we get to share um my literally just my life. Like this is my life and I get to share that with you guys. And so I am so excited to be here. We have Texas, Oregon, Texas, New York, Colorado, South Carolina. Let's go. Texas, Florida, Ohio. We got people from all over the world. And if you guys are new, is there anybody on here who has never been on one of these? Maybe you've been on them before or seen it in passing, maybe caught a little bit of them. But if you're new, I would love to say hi and welcome. Chastity is new. Hello. Okay, so I am going to be sharing. I'm going to try and make this short, quick, sweet, to the point. But I like to talk, especially when my energy is high. And I love seeing all of your energy, by the way, is my energy reflects your energy. And I just love seeing all your beautiful faces smiling. And so I'm going to share with you guys basically what it is that we do to work from home. I know that if I've invited you here, you probably have been watching for a while. But regardless of who has invited you here, we all get to work from our phones. And I just feel like that's ultimate freedom. We get to do what we want, when we want, or we are working towards getting to do what we want when we want. And I think that that's so beautiful. We're building something, we're making impact. And so I'm going to share my screen with you guys in just a little bit. I'm going to introduce myself to you guys. But by the end of this, you should really know like what ketones are. You should know how they work. You should know how the business works, and you should know how we get paid. And then if you have any questions, I'll open it up later at the very end for questions. So if you do have questions, keep them till the end, because if I read this chat, I'm gonna get lost in the sauce, and then it's just gonna be 2 hours long. So, but I will be answering any questions that you guys have. So I'm gonna share my screen. We're gonna bring this up really quickly just so you guys can. Is anybody else here a visual learner? You can drop me in the chat. I need to see things to understand it. If you're just telling me something, you might as well hang it up, forget about it. Okay. Eric sometimes, and by the way, that's my man. If he's trying to tell me something trying to explain something to me, if he's not showing me actively, it's just going in one ear and out the other. So I'm going to show my screen to you guys so that you can understand what it is that we are doing. I want to make this so simple for you that it's a no-brainer. I want you to understand that this is the way. Okay. Um, this is the way. This is really what I believe. This is the way, okay? Because this has been the way for me. So just bear with me, y'all. I'm pulling up my screen, okay? Okay. Um, let's hide that. Well, this is my friend Heather. I was not, I was gonna pull this up. We need to also, there's so many of us that are in this team, you guys, that have seen not just like fat loss. And by the way, can y'all see my screen? Give me a yes. I see Lily. I see Whitney. I see Anna. Y'all can see it. Okay, perfect. Not just people who have seen fat loss like Heather, but also great success inside of the business when it comes to working from home. I'm gonna pull my chat up too, just to make sure that I don't miss anything from you guys, because I'm really look at the glow up though, like seriously. And so this is just a little bit of Heather's story. She's just one of the leaders here in the Fierce and Focused, and I'll be sharing mine as well. But there are so many that we're going to be bringing to you guys. So if you want to hop on these every single week with us, we have them every single Monday where we just share the opportunity for what we have been doing. But for Heather, this journey began after having her youngest daughter. She was lucky enough to be able to stay home with her for the first year, but as the time was ending, she was dreading going back to her normal job. She'd been watching someone like you have been watching someone, and she had this gut feeling that if she can do it, so can I. So she decided to invest in herself and take a chance on her. She didn't have any followers. She's never done anything like this before, but she knew that she could learn and she wanted to give it her all. So what ended up happening is that she dropped 45 pounds in 4 months, gaining the confidence that was lost long ago. Her energy is clean, and what she means by that is she's a recovering addict, and the jittery stuff triggers her. So how many of you guys feel like you can't drink a lot of energy drinks or even coffee? Some of you guys maybe are sensitive to that. Or maybe you are a recovering addict like Heather, and certain things just make you jittery and you do not like that feeling. Oh my gosh, y'all. Get it together, Kelsey. Okay, so but now she gets to provide for her family while being at home, and show up like she was never able to do before. Prove it is her full-time income stream because she shows up to trainings and she's developed the skills to show people what is possible for them, and we know that you can do that too. Okay, so that's Heather. And again, if you come next week, we're going to have a lot more stories to share with you guys when it comes to the business and the product of what the product has done. But it all starts with the product. You guys can clearly see the before picture. You can see the after picture. This is no exaggeration when I tell you. And I know it feels and seems like we are like listen, I know that some of y'all watch people's social media and you're like, oh, that's too good to be true. Like it seems too good to be true because it's like so amazing. Like the products just do something. It's so different. And I'm gonna get into that, like why we're so different and what kind of goes into that. But pictures speak for themselves. Would you guys agree? Like a picture's worth 1,000 words, and you can clearly see in my eyes right here and in the pictures of Heather. Just like that's just exactly how I felt before I started ketones. Like I was just not there. You can see it in my eyes. I was not there. I was miserable. But I began this journey as a single mom who was tired of being tired. Are there any moms in here? You could put mom in the chat. I can't see the chat, by the way. Um, and so I was a single mom, tired of being tired, and I just wanted to look in the mirror and love what I saw. Is anybody also in here that you probably just don't look in the mirror? Maybe when you're about to get in the shower, you just avoid that at all costs. That was me. I avoided it at all costs because I was like, I hated what I saw when I looked in the mirror. And this is not about being skinny, you guys. Please hear me when I tell you, this is not about being skinny. This is about being healthy. This is about being strong. This is about feeling good in your skin because you can't just go buy another body, right? And it's about taking care of ourselves so that we feel better. But I weighed 217 pounds and I ate everything that I saw. Anybody else got a big appetite? I had no self-control, no education to get a good job. I was a felon and I cleaned houses for a living because that's all that I knew how to do. What I did not put in here is that I also had a sugar daddy. At the time of me doing that, it was just something that was brought to my attention by a mutual friend. And at that time, it felt to me, number one, it was an escape from the toxic relationship that I was in. And it was a way for me to be able to still be home with my child and not have to leave him with a daycare or a babysitter. And I was very much so attached to my firstborn. So I was like, anything, I will do anything. If y'all can relate to this, drop a yes. I will do anything to protect my baby. I would do anything to provide for my baby. So that means protecting him from, unfortunately, his sperm donor, which was abusive. Okay. And protecting him from living on the streets, essentially. Okay. So I had a sugar daddy. I was cleaning houses. At this time, and still today, I'm a felon. I dropped out of school. I don't have degrees that make it to where that have poured into me making multiple six figures with this business or this company. I don't have, you know what I mean? Which we are raised to believe that you have to get a good job, go to college, get a good job, get a career, make a career for yourself so that you can make all of this money. But realistically, if you look at people who went to college and have a good job, they're struggling. They're struggling. Okay. They're paying off in student loans. They're paying off debt that they acquired by trying to like build this career. You guys, it's very common that this is a thing, right? And so what about the people who don't get a chance? Maybe they mess up when they're kids, because I was 16 years old when I, acquired this felony. They mess up and like it doesn't have to be the end of your life. Your life doesn't just end because you had kids or you got a felony or, that thing didn't work out that you thought was going to work out. It doesn't have to end. There is a better way. Prove It saved my life. It's like literally, I cannot express to you enough how Prove It saved my life. Ketones gave me back my confidence and my drive. I started this with 0 experience and 0 followers. No followers. I had no experience. I didn't know what I was doing at all. People look at me and they're like, oh my God, you have all these followers. Girl, that was because I put the time and energy and effort into building a platform of people that relate to me by sharing who I am as a person. That is just it. That is it. That is the basis of what I have done. And then I'm sharing with them what I love, which I'm going to get into in a second. But I was determined to share what made me fall in love with myself again, which was ketones. The first pack I ever drank, I felt like my brain had turned on for the first time, and literally my entire life, my brain was on. It was working. I could formulate a thought. I could keep a conversation. Y'all, I was known as the ditzy one of my family. I don't know if anybody here relates to that, but that's what like I would get made fun of all the time because I was the ditzy one. I can't tell you how many times someone said you should have been born a blonde. Oh my gosh, y'all. What am I doing? Should have been born a blonde, okay? But in 4 months, I dropped 55 pounds. That was 5 years ago. And I have maintained it over the course of the past 5 years. And I'm learning how to take care of myself. Prove It is my full-time income because I lead by example. I show people what is possible for them. And I know that you can do this too. Okay. So if you're somebody looking to go on a health and fitness journey, you want to just become the best version of yourself. And you also want to make more money than you ever could imagine by putting the work in, you guys. It's not a magic process. You got to put the work in. This is the place for you to be. Okay. So we're in the business of sharing our stories and bringing others along by drinking and sharing exogenous ketones. We teach you the skill sets you need to be world-class at marketing a product that you love, which includes branding yourself and finding leads to sell to. We are in network marketing, but with a product that is rare. These are the only bioavailable exogenous ketones on the market, which means they are identical to what your body produces. And this is a little bit old. I keep saying this every single call. I really need to update these slides, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie. Okay. 205 patents that are pending right now on this product. That just means that we own it. We are the category king of ketones, ketosis, keto diet, all that. When you think of ketosis, you are coming to prove it ketones. Nobody else has what we have, and that should bring you reassurance when you're building this business, because you're not competing with Herbalife. You're not competing with It Works. There is no competition. We are the category king of this. Okay. Goosebumps. Exactly. Because this is real. Like, we are only 9 years in business, and we're in the top 25. Do you know who number one is? Number one is Herbalife right now, but guess how long they've been in business? And I'm not bringing down any other company. What they're doing is working. What they're doing is great, right? They lead with health and fitness, and I love that. They're number one right now, but they've been in business for 40 years. So they've been in business for 40 years. We've been in business for 9. We're in the top 25. How long do you guys think it's going to take for us to get that number one spot? Not very long, I'm telling you right now. Another 2, 3, 4 years. Oh, it's going down, baby. But it's going to take all of us coming together and experiencing the power of ketones and sharing it with the world for that to happen. That's why we're here. That's why we're on this call. Okay. Wild, wild, wild. But what I want to point out to you about this is that you guys don't have to know anything. You just have to be willing and hungry and coachable. You really do. And we're going to teach you what you need to do in order to get the leads to show up. And I want to know, and is there anybody on here who maybe you went to a restaurant that has just been fire, or maybe you went to JCPenney and you bought a pair of jeans and they just fit you just right? Right? Have you ever bought something or spent money on something that just, increased your happiness, maybe in that moment or for forever? Okay. And then not just that, but then you went on to tell somebody, maybe you posted it to your Instagram story. Maybe you told your mother or your sister or your brother or your cousin or your coworker. You told somebody about it because it just made you that happy. This is no different. You are doing that, but with ketones. Ketones are going to improve the quality of your life. It's going to help you with your energy, your focus, your mental clarity, your fat loss, if that's what your goal is, getting fit, getting healthy. And then you get to go share that with other people. Just authentically share. There's no right or wrong of how to share, but if you're like, I love ketones, I'm going to go share them. That's all we do. Okay. And I feel like there's just like really, there's a lot of power in that. All right. So there's 3 ways to get started, but today we're going to talk about one. But I'm going to walk you guys through the 3 different ways. Number 1 is a customer. You can earn free products by doing that. Number 2 is being an affiliate. You can earn weekly cash by doing that. But number 3 is a promoter. So you can build wealth and passive income. Today, we're going to be focusing on starting a business as a promoter. But if you'd like the details on the other 2 ways, you're maybe not ready to start a business, you can message the person that invited you to this call. But the promoter is the best way, because not only are you getting the free products, you're getting the weekly cash, but you're also building something that's going to pay you for the rest of your life. Okay. The next thing I want to show you guys is some random pictures I pulled. This is not like in any kind of order. This is not, I mean, the first one is, you can clearly see there's 3 ladies right here. And this was the start of it all 5 years ago. We just all had such passion and vision for what ketones had done for us and what it could do for other people, that we just started showing up like crazy. And then along the way, we brought a lot of people with us. Okay. And every single one of these pictures at the time, they're all at different events. And this is only a fraction of the team. I believe right now inside of our entire organization, there's about 15,000 people. Like, let that literally sink in for a second. There is about 15,000 people in our entire organization within 5 years. Imagine another 5 years. It's not going to be 30,000. We're going to triple that. Okay. If not more than that, which I think is pretty powerful, because that tells me, what that tells me is that we're making impact in people's lives. We are showing up as ourselves with something that we love, and we're helping other people increase the quality of their life. That's really all we're doing. Okay. The next thing I want to talk about is trainings and systems. Is there anybody on here that's like, honestly, y'all, like, I don't know what I'm doing. I've never posted a day in my life, or maybe I'm trying to post and I just don't know what I'm doing. Is anybody here? Okay. Maybe you haven't started this yet because you're scared that you're not going to know what to do. That is not or back it up. Maybe you've done other type of companies like this before and you got no support and you're like, okay, those things don't work. This is what happens, y'all. This is how this type of stuff happens. This is why we're different here, because people will go and join different companies like this. They don't have any trainings, they don't have any systems, they don't have any communities, they have nothing. They're just like, buy your kit, you join, and bye-bye. Go speak about it, go do whatever you want to do, go learn on your. We walk you through step by step of exactly what you need to do to be successful here. The only thing you have to make sure that you have is willingness, that you are coachable and you want to go do and you go do what we tell you to do, and you're hungry. And you're hungry for more, okay? We have something called Saga. It is a step-by-step training system that tells you exactly what to do and how to do it. Anybody else like that? I love that. Just tell me what to do. I don't necessarily really want to have to think for myself. Just tell me what to do. I'm gonna go do it, right? I work really well by following a system like that. The next thing we have inside of Saga is an arsenal of videos. If you want to learn how to make a TikTok, you want to learn how to post, you want to learn when to post, what to post, a schedule for that. Maybe you want to learn how to work Facebook Lives. There's a video for it all. We have an answer for every single question that you have. We have weekly Zoom calls to learn as you go, plus to offer leads to help grow your business, to offer to leads to help grow your business. Just as you hopped on this call so you could learn more, you get to invite your people who watch you and who you're talking to, invite them to this call. It's third-party validation so that you don't have to explain anything. They hop on, we close them by sharing the information, and then boom, there you go. So you have access to things like this. The Telegram channel that we have and Facebook group, so you get replays of any calls, micro trainings, you get the community that we have here, which by the way is just amazing, and you get up-to-date details to keep you in the loop so you're never going to feel out of the loop like you're just confused, okay? The next thing I love so much, I need to take a sip of ketones because, well, really just my throat's dry. But also because like y'all can tell my energy, like, whoo, I am like I had a little bit of food, but I fasted for 24 hours before this, and like my energy is like the next level right now. But really it's just because I'm excited about what we're sharing, what we're doing here, because there's a lot of changes even to come that are just so exciting. Okay. But we have community and culture. So maybe you were like me and you never really had a best friend or a group of friends and you never really fit in anywhere. Maybe you were a misfit. That was me. Okay. So I love the community here because I have created some of the best friendships with these people on the team and other teams and just in the entire company, because we have events, they're virtual and in person, which I love the in-person events because personally for me, like I got to get in person to create that connection. And this is where I go to create those connections, to create those friendships. But we get together and we learn, and they are so much fun. Prove It offers the culture of love and acceptance. And I just feel like it is just so different than anything else in the world. Honestly, not even just other companies like this, but anything else. It is so different. We encourage you to come as you are and develop yourself into the most powerful version of you. And we want to help you to do that. We are in 41 countries and counting. So there's opportunity to travel the world. You guys, I did not, you remember what I said? I'm a felon, right? I thought that for the longest time, I was like, well, I'm a felon. I can't get a passport. I'm just going to be in the, like, honestly, I didn't think about even traveling outside. Does anybody have a goal of traveling outside of the United States? Or maybe like, tell me in the chat, where would you like to travel to? Okay. What country would you like to go to? That was not even a thought in my brain until this company, until my mentor, Jesse Lee, said, we're running a challenge, and whoever, is stepping up and winning this challenge, I'm going to take you to the Dominican Republic, but you have to have a passport for that. So I was like, okay, you know what? Number one, I'm there. I'm doing it. I'm running for this. I know I'm going to win. I know I'm going to go, but I got to get my passport. So I just went and I tried and I applied and I got approved. And that started the process of me traveling outside of the United States 5 times now as a felon. Don't let anybody tell you that you are stuck, because you are not. There's always a will. Where there's a will, there's always a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. Okay. So I have traveled outside of the country 5 times because of this company. Okay. So just think about that. Let that sit for a second, right? All right, let's talk about some money. Drop some dollar signs in the chat if you guys came here to make some money. Okay, let's just be honest. Everybody wants to make more money, right? Now, maybe if you're on here, you're like, I don't really care about money. I just want friendships or whatever. But what if you could make so much extra money that you could travel all around the world to be with all of your friends that you're gonna make on this team, right? Like, so we need money. We need money to live. We need money to be free. We just need money. That is just the thing, right? I think that everybody is driven by money. Some people, maybe that, like I said, they're driven by community, or they're driven by trips, or they're driven by XYZ. But guess what? All those things need? All those things need money. So we're going to talk about money. I just want to share briefly with you really quickly all the different ways for you to get paid with this opportunity. If you want a more detailed, in-depth video that's going over the compensation plan, and if you're super analytical, if you're like, I need all the numbers, all the things, message the person that added you to this call and say, hey, can you send me the compensation plan? But if you're like, no, girl, just tell me what to do, and I'll go do it, and then you want to watch money come to you, that's kind of how I am. Like, right, just tell me what to do, I'll go do it, and then money just comes to me because I put the work into my business. All right. So we have VIP Club, 3 for free, which is free ketones. We have a retailer bonus, a VIP bonus, Go MVP. And by the way, you guys, these are just all different bonuses of ways that you get paid. But I want to point out just a couple. MVP multiplier. Okay, now this is where you're getting at least 3 new customers every single month and you're hitting a specific point goal. But with this bonus, you're getting $250 extra, just a bonus. This is not the commissions on the sales. This is a bonus for the amount that you bring in, $250 every single month. You can see it over here on the side. It changed up just a tiny bit, so we need to update this, but it's still typically the same. But every 3 months, you're making an additional $750, $1,500, $2,250, $2,250. Y'all, this is not me making income claims. I don't ever miss MVP multiplier. And every month that I hit now, it's $2,500. Every 3 months that I hit. Can you imagine just getting $2,500 in just a bonus? Just by bringing in 3 new people a month and hitting 2,000 points, which you'll understand the points the more that we go and dive you into the training. But is that not crazy? Okay, $2,500. I know for a fact you cannot work a regular 9-to-5 job and expect to get $2,500 bonus, let alone in a year's time. Most people get a 50-cent raise. You're not going to get a $2,500 bonus. Even Christmas bonuses. I mean, yes, some people, like if you're really high up in the company, but I'm just saying for the average person, this is life-changing. Okay. The next thing I want to point out is the champion car bonus. So y'all tell me your what is your dream car? Tell me that in the chat. My dream car, well, I'll be honest, I never had a specific dream car. You know what I had? I just wanted a car that worked. I wanted a car that had AC. I wanted a car with working windows. I wanted a car that I didn't have to take into the shop every 3 months. I just wanted a working car. That was it. I didn't have no big goals and dreams. I didn't come into this company because they had a car bonus, but we do. We have a car bonus. And when you hit a specific rank 2 months in a row, you get paid up to $800 a month toward whatever luxury car you want. I have a 2020. I've had it for 4 years, got it brand new because I hit this bonus. A 2020 paid for Cadillac Escalade, and it's the extended kind, okay? Because I got 6 kids. I got 6 people in my family. We got 4 kids. We need a big vehicle. But that car is so reliable and it's gorgeous, okay? It's gorgeous. And so I only have that because of this bonus. You get up to 50% commissions. You get daily, weekly, and monthly pay. Y'all ready to make some money? I know I am, okay? All right, so let's move on to the next thing. Hopefully. All right, now we're going to talk about different ways to get started. And before I'm going to stop sharing for a second because I need y'all to hear my heart on this, okay? Before we get started in sharing how you can get started with this, I need you to understand something. Who here came to this call with the intention of building a business that pays you like a business? Drop a yes in the chat. Okay. Now, if you want to go do something that's going to pay you like a hobby, you might as well go over to TikTok and do TikTok Shop where you can get free products. You don't have to put any money into it, and you just post videos, and you might get a sale here or there. You might make a few extra dollars. You might make a few extra $100. But also, no one's really telling you how to do that. You just kind of have to wing it. You just kind of have to do it. But if you really want to start a business and build a business, you got to invest. A couple of things you have to invest. Number one is going to be into yourself. Okay, your belief. And knowing that because you have all of what I just showed you, you're going to succeed with this. You have to invest your time, and you have to invest your energy, and you have to invest some type of money. People don't like to hear this. They don't like to hear that, like, oh, I got to pay. That's a scam. We've been conditioned to believe that if something costs money, that it is a scam. But not all things that you pay for are scams. Yes, there are scams in the world. I'm not denying that. But There are also opportunities for you to put money in places that help you to grow into the person that you're becoming. So what I love about this is the way that you get started with this opportunity is to invest in yourself by getting yourself enough ketones to last you and to sell trials so that you make a profit. Does that sound good to you guys? To make a profit, okay? I don't want you to just come in and sell a few things here and there. No, I'm going to really teach you how to run this thing. And you're going to like show up, you're going to glow up, you're going to bring people along with you, you're going to flip your kit, and you're going to make a profit. Okay. So the kits of ketones, and let me tell you guys something. I have researched, I used to Google work from home jobs like crazy. Anybody else relate to that? Like crazy. But what I'm telling you is that when you're investing into this, when it comes to your money, you're not just like spending money to like join something and like, oh, well, let me just pay you for your services. Like I honestly, for one, for this is a big reason of why I don't really care for digital marketing like that or utilizing digital marketing as a business, just because it's almost like maybe it's my mental, maybe it's my mindset, but it's like getting someone to invest in something that's not tangible that they can use to better themselves just doesn't seem right to me. So I love that when you invest into yourself with this business, you're investing into a full kit of ketones where you get to try multiple flavors and you get to have enough to actually experience some results with it. And then you get to go sell trials. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys one time. I'm going to share with you the two kits, the best two kits for you to get started today. Number one is the Max Brand Builder Kit. Now, listen, this has really good flavors in it. Berry Blue is my jam. I love Berry Blue. I actually love all these flavors. You're going to get 120 servings in this kit. Okay, this is the Max Kit. Go ahead and message the person that invited you to this call and say, hey, I want the Max Kit if you want the Max Kit. Now, if you're like, no, I kind of want to go big or go home. Anybody here like going big or going home? That's me, okay? I came into this business with something equivalent to the Mega Kit. We had different kits back then, but it was something similar to the Mega Kit, okay? The Mega Kit has 240 servings and more flavors for you to try, to have experience with, and for you to sell in trials for other people to have an experience with as well. This number right here at the top, $1,200 profit, is wrong. If you sell all of these in 5-day trials, you're going to make $1,600. $1,600 yourself. And I intend to teach you how to sell this in trials within your first 30 days. Okay. We have a training that you need to see, that you'll watch, that tells you exactly how to go do it. So those are the two ways to get started, the Max and the Mega Kit. We also, if you are like, well, I don't have a lot of money up front to do this, we have Sezzle. We also have Klarna. So if you have experience with those, you can use either one. If you have no experience with either one, try Sezzle. Create an account with Sezzle, make yourself an account, see what it kind of gives you, and then we can move on from there. But it breaks your payment, breaks the total into payments, and there's 0% interest. And if you are an adult, obviously everybody on this call is, nobody wants to pay interest. You don't want to, why are you paying to, you're paying to have, you know what I mean? You're paying on top of your paying. So this is 0% interest and no hard credit check. I know y'all love that. There's another option that you could do, PayPal credit, y'all. The first time I ever went to go apply for PayPal credit, it gave me a $4,000 credit limit. Wild, crazy. And I think my credit score was actually pretty low at that point. Okay. So you can even go apply for PayPal credit. And then we also accept any kind of major credit cards that you have or debit cards. And we also accept Apple Pay. Okay, so today is a great day to start a new business. We will see you on your very first launch call this Wednesday. I want you to message the person that invited you to this call and let them know that you are ready to get started. Let them know which kit you want to do. And if you don't have it, here's the thing. Communication is key. Talk to us. Let us know what the issues are. How can we help you to get started? Because that's really what we want, is to help you. We don't just want to sell you on something. We don't want you to just spend your money on something because, by the way, actually, as a promoter, we make less money on you as a promoter than we would if you were a customer. So I'm just going to put that out there, right? We're not like out here just trying to get all this money because you're going to join as a promoter. No, we really want to help you to succeed in this because we know the power of impact. Okay. Message the person that has invited you to this call and let's get you started. And if there's any call, I'm going to stop the recording, the streaming, but if there's any questions, I'm going to